Hi guys, thanks for tuning in. As you can probably tell, I am not Rock Lobster. I'm Smitty Smith. I'm a close friend with Rock. We game. We've been pals for a couple of years now. And unfortunately, Rock couldn't be at PAX East this year. Because I'm here, I'm covering for a couple of the sites that I write for. I told Rock I'd give him some exclusive footage throughout the show. To start with, and I know we're a couple of days into this, I wanted to talk about this games system. This is a portable gaming environment that I brought with me in order to take my gaming on the road. So we're going to talk a little bit about what it is, what it does, and the benefits of having it. Let's check it out. The first thing you'll notice about this is the obvious design that is based around Halo. The UNSC Vanguard Games PGE system. It's about $350. So the biggest question always is it worth it? $350, I mean, that's more expensive than the console itself at this point, depending on which model you get. So, I mean, most people, what they want to know is, why would I spend that kind of money on a device that may not be for me? Well, again, if you're a Halo fan, the UNSC is certainly the way to go. You can see it's got this unique color. It's got the UNSC design over here. I know it's upside down. You guys probably can't really tell exactly what it is with the UNSC logo here. This UNSC design doesn't add any cost. So there is a plain version if you're not into Halo. If you're more of a Call of Duty player, which I know a lot of Rock's viewers are, you can get just a plain system. And there are actually skins that you can purchase to customize, or this thing is so secure you can probably customize yourself. And if you do that, make sure you go to Games website, submit it, let them see some of your work, because I'm sure they would appreciate it. Now let's talk a little bit about what's inside. You can see attached to the top of the shell itself is a 19-inch monitor. Now most people will say, well, I game on something that's bigger than that. I do too, okay, but what I game on isn't portable, alright? And that's the key with this, is they want to give something that is beautiful, that is able to be portable, but also offers power that's on par with what you currently have, okay? So this is a beautiful LCD display. You've got the two speakers here on either side, and it does actually produce quite a bit of volume. This is the remote. It is very, very tiny. Again, they're going for the portable design here. I think this probably is going to be more apt to get lost than anything. If they could have added, something to put this remote and strap it in while you're on vacation or going to see your in-laws or away at college, whatever it is that you're doing that you're going to be gaming, if they could have added something to easily attach this remote, I think it probably would have been better. If you do lose it though, don't worry. You've got the brightness and audio controls down here. There's your menu button, there's your power button there. And another thing you'll notice, we'll turn this back on. You probably can't see it because it's daytime, but you've got these lights over here on the side. They add a sort of ambience to your overall gaming experience. They light up, and they don't change though. I've discussed this with some of the games people, and they're looking into ways to customize lighting, but they're there to add some sort of just this overall feeling that what you're looking at is an entertainment device and not just some cheap piece of plastic that's there to produce an image. Now, it does deliver 720p via HDMI. You see the HDMI in this little tiny cable. This is about 4 or 5 inches long here. This comes with the device, so you don't have to worry about finding a huge cable and then wrapping it up, because this thing does have a lot of cables that come off of it. It is mobile, it's a personal gaming environment, but it still needs power, and that's what this is here. This goes to a power brick, which then connects to a wall outlet. Same with your Xbox, there's no battery. There's no way to actually power a 19-inch LED and an Xbox from a battery. You're not going to get a Duracell that's going to power this for you. So if you're looking to play this in the car or out in the park, you're probably not going to do that unless you have a really, really long extension cord. Alright, we're also going to talk about the console itself. Now, you may be concerned If you take your console with you, it's going to rattle around. You end up damaging the screen, you damage your console itself, and then you're out gaming altogether. You don't have to worry about that with this. Okay, these straps, and they're in there pretty tight. They're essentially, they're almost like ratchet straps in that they will hold it down really nicely. Now they also come with padding on the underside so that it's slip resistance. Okay, now this, obviously I've taken this apart a number of times. There's also a mat that you have to get, which I don't actually have, so that's kind of a pain in the ass. But the mat slides underneath here. The console itself rests on the mat. It straps in, and the console doesn't move, even without the mat. And the mat is, and that's my own issue. I may or may not have forgotten it at home. Don't judge me. But without that mat, you can still strap this thing down, carry it around very easily without worry of it getting damaged, sliding around, things like that. You can put it in tight enough so that you're not damaging the console, but you're still protecting it, because let's face it, gaming is the most important thing when you own a device like this. Alright guys, finally, the thing's got to be mobile, so it's got to be secure. Alright, what you've got, wait a minute, yep, that's okay. Alright guys, finally, this thing is mobile, so it's got to be secure. A, if you're traveling, you don't want people getting into it. B, if you're on the go, first off, you need to make sure everything inside is safe, and you can't have it flipping open because of everything that's inside that may go spilling out. So what you've got is you've got these lock straps here that are very easily attached. Strap it down. Again, other side. You can see there's a little tab. Maybe you can't see it here. Let's twist it a little bit. There's a little tab that will allow you to put some sort of lock on it in case this needs to go through the TSA or customs if you're traveling overseas and things like that. While I've got this bad boy turned around, I also want to show you this here. This is a kickstand. Okay, as you can tell, the monitor is attached to this top clamshell, and when it flips open, it may rest at an angle that is inconvenient for you. So what they've added is this tiny little piece of plastic that rests and keeps everything level while you're looking at it. Okay. Also, you can see this nice UNSC shoulder strap. It's padded, slip resistant, and that's for when you're carrying it. First off, you don't always want to carry it like a briefcase because even though it is mobile, it does get a little heavy. Now, I'm not going to say it's heavy as in you're carrying around a 50-inch TV heavy, okay? It weighs less than 20 pounds. I think I weighed it at about 16 pounds. But at an event like PAX East, where you're walking around everywhere all the time, 16 pounds is a lot of heft to walk around with, okay? So the strap is comfortable. It's actually quite padded and it's quite nice. But there is still a little bit of heft. Well, you don't have to worry about it opening because you've got these two straps here that keep it shut rather nicely. Now, when you're inside of this device, okay, you may notice that there's room on either side. They come with this mesh sort of flexible bag that allows you to put the power brick for the TV and the console. You put one on this side, one on that side, and you can still hold one controller. That's the only problem that I have with this, is that there's not enough room for me to carry everything that I want to carry. There's no slots for games, there's nothing like that, so I end up carrying an additional bag that holds extra controllers, more games, things like that, things that I use. My control freaks, if you've watched Rock in the past, you know what a control freak is, okay? Now, I know these guys are aiming for mobility. It's a personal gaming environment to bring with you, so they have to cut down on the additional stuff that's added in here to make sure it stays as mobile as possible. That being said, had they added some sort of something on the front here or even on the back where a pouch where I could put my games or put extra stuff, it would have been great. Now, the question that we discussed here at the beginning is $350, is it worth it? Depends on who you are, okay? If you're not a hardcore gamer, you're probably not watching this video anyway, okay? Hardcore gamers are the ones that this type of thing appeals to. And when I say hardcore, I mean people that know what their game is, know what they want, and they miss it when they're not there. I'm a married father of two. So I don't always have access to my own television, okay? Which means this rests on my kitchen table. I can go over, plug my wired controller or my wireless, whatever I want, into this and boot up, say, Sleeping Dogs or Call of Duty. I don't have to worry about the screen being only 19 inches because the picture is so clear, and I actually sit quite close that the size of the monitor is not the issue. The issue is wrestling over the TV, against my wife or my kids or whatever, which I always lose. Okay, so for those who need that additional gaming equipment, this is perfect. In terms of, let's say you're in a dorm room, which I currently write for College News magazine, collegenews.com. Check us out. A lot of the students there, they're in a dorm room, and let's face it, dorm rooms suck. Okay, they're small, they're cramped. This is perfect, so you don't have to haul in the giant ass TV. You can keep all of your gaming equipment right in here, in and around your personal gaming environment, and it works like a dream. This isn't going to carry your entire catalog of games, but what this is going to do is give you an opportunity to carry your gaming environment with you. When you go to your parents, when you go to your girlfriends, when you go to your boyfriends, you can bring your Xbox, you can bring all your games, and you can sit down and enjoy a game away from home. It's one of those leisure activities we all know, we all love, and we all understand the importance of, because sometimes when you're dealing with a stressful situation, and let's face it, when you're away from your own space, it's a stressful situation. Sometimes the easiest way to get yourself back into a relaxed state of mind is to just shoot some fools in the face. So, thanks again, guys.